Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Menhera Monday. I'm your host, Exhibit A, wishing you a very happy Menhera Monday. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bulletproof Bish. Hello, Tess. Hello, Bree. Very good to have you here. It's been many years since you've been in one of my streams, but you're back. You're back and you're part of the community. I'm glad that you're back here. It's gonna be great. Alright, let's go say hi to everyone else. Hi Utopia. Hi, who else is in here? Hi Viridian, hi Peachy, hello Bubbly Shay. Is that who else? Hello Unknown. Hello Sakura. Hello, did I say hello to Viridian? I don't know if I did, so hello Viridian. If I did say it, then you get an extra one. Alright, so, did I miss anyone? I don't like to leave people out. Alright, so, yes. Yeah, it's good that you're back here, Bree, because you're from... You're like... Yeah, because you haven't been here in a long time, so... I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you and Viridian are the only people in my chat right now who have been here for, like, since like many years ago, whereas everyone else is like more recent-ish, like past year. Hello, Belle. Welcome. Okay, but yes. So yes, this is Menhera Monday, the place, the time of the week that we get together and we improve ourselves and become stronger and better. Because it's a well-known fact, it's actually been like researched by scientists, that watching Menhera Monday makes you a better, cooler person who is better at everything. This is like scientifically proven. Alright. So, yeah, it's good that you're here. You know, this is why Exhibit A fans are like the coolest people in the world, right? It's because they watch the Exhibit A streams and they get the powers, you know? But yeah, anyway, Peachy, I hope you enjoy your nap. I'm glad you think my voice is soothing. Following us on my channel for a while. Alright, yeah, I guess you've been... Maybe you've been here for like... But I specifically... I do appreciate you having been around for a while, but whenever I was saying that earlier, I specifically meant like they were around in like my live streams. Like they were around in like the old days whenever I like streamed on like that old VTuber model. It looked kind of shit-ass, but it was cool for what it was. You know, the Android. When I say it looked shit-ass, I think it was cool for what it was, but at the end of the day, V-Roid models can only take you so far, you know? In some ways it looked more unique than this one, you know? It had more, like, unique identifiers. This one's a little more, like, generic looking, but it's, like, got a better style to it. Selling your aunt's place and you're sad about it? Oh man, you're losing a place with like nostalgic value to you. I used to do comment reviews on the ASMRs. Hell yeah, you did. Wasn't hair red? Yes, and I had homophobia eyes. That's what you call it, right? Like when the eyes are like two different colors. It's a homophobia eyes. Yeah. I love homophobia eyes, man. They're so pretty. I'm a big fan of homophobia. Anyways, welcome, Salad. I don't know if you're able to hear me because you're at work, or you're only in here for like a couple seconds. Homophobia? Yeah, homophobia eyes. Guys, I said what I said. Okay? I said what I said. Pride Month is over. Anyways. Alright, anyways. So we need to put on some new. We gotta put on some new music. We gotta put on some new music. Um. All right. Let's see. What cool musics do we have? Ooh, I have just the thing. I have just the thing. Nah, never mind. Okay, yeah, just Animal Crossing stuff should work. Alright, here we go. Hurry up, it's so slow. It's so slow. It's so silent. Don't want it to be this silent. Also use Riku because of the fact I googled Japanese names and Riku was the first name. Yeah, real. Is that too loud, guys? That looks kind of loud. I'm turning it down a bit. Let me know if that's too loud or too quiet or anything. The new VTuber model looks cool. Thank you. They removed Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. RIP. Oh man, I never played it though. But it's a shame that the free Animal Crossing is not available anymore. Think it's perfect? Alright, awesome. Okie dokie. Alright guys, so this week's question was, what's something bad that you're glad for? Now this is a unique question because usually we don't like bad things. But sometimes we do like bad. Sometimes we're glad. Sometimes there's something in our life that is bad, but we're glad that it happened, or we're glad that we have it. Or maybe there's something in the world that's bad for most people, or it's good, but it's good for you. There's a lot of different directions you can take this question in. So I'm going to read what you guys wrote. And we're going to go through it. Okie dokie. Just chill by the pool right now, still my sunburn, so I'm staying in the shade. Yo, you're living like a queen, Belle. You're just chilling in the sun, by the pool. Sounds like a vibe. Alright, so. First one, something bad that you're glad for. Speaking off my mind. I consider this a bad thing since when I want to speak my mind about it, people push me back because they believe it's either unnecessary, rude, and just causing more issues. Great, so it's a bad thing to not speak my mind, telling people straight up facts and being blunt. I do understand why people think this isn't helping, and in most cases it doesn't. But honestly, I don't give a fuck. If I see you causing issues and trying to escape accountability, you bet your ass I'm gonna call you out. Even though it won't get through to them, I'd rather say something than just sit there. I'd rather do something than nothing at all, especially when it involves me. I'm a blunt bitch underneath her sweet uwu girl shit. Written by Panda/Bubbly Shay. You know what, that's fair enough, because a lot of the time, I mean, I'm kind of the opposite of this, right? Like, I feel like there's no point in me saying something unless there's a genuine chance that I'm going to change someone's mind. And so a lot of the time I just don't say anything. It was like, what's the point? They're not gonna take it on. I'm not gonna get through to them. But there's a certain benefit to, like, speaking your mind when you actually, like, even if it's not gonna convince someone, because in a way you're doing it for your own sake. There's a certain power that words have on ourselves. So whenever you stand up for what you believe in, and you say what you believe, when you feel the need to, that's sort of healthier in a way. Because you're sort of acting in line with your values. You're standing up for what you believe in, and you're sort of solidifying what you believe in. So, you know, like if you you're living more in line with your values. I'm not really sure how else to put it. I mean, I guess a good way to describe it is to like describe what the opposite is, right? The opposite is like, say you're like an impulsive liar. Impulsive liars, every time I'll tell you the reason why impulsive liars lie so much. It's because when they lie, they're making themselves live out a fantasy. It's not just that they're lying to other people, they're lying to themselves. So whenever they say something that's not true, they don't just do that to trick other people, it's because it creates a fantasy. And so when they tell a lie, a part of them believes that lie. So they talk about, oh, I just got this cool ass car, it's so awesome, and so fast, and so sexy. It gives them gratification, because now that other people believe it, and they've told that to other people, and they've spoken it out into the world, part of them kind of believes it, and they get the joy of that, right? That's why compulsive liars enjoy lying so much. It's because part of them believes it whenever they tell those lies, and they can live out a fantasy. And that's because words have power, right? So whenever you say something that's not true, you start to corrupt your own view of reality to a degree. And that's why it's bad to lie about your beliefs, because you actually start to change your beliefs slightly, right? And so that's why it's good to be honest about what you believe. And so that's the opposite. That's what you're doing. When you stand up for what you believe in, you're giving yourself a more coherent view of reality. You're giving yourself a more coherent view of yourself. And you're understanding what you believe, and you're less likely to falter on that, or to forget what your values are, or to falter in the situations where it will matter. Because maybe in this situation, maybe in any given specific situation, you're not actually affecting the outcome by speaking your mind and saying what you believe. But by doing that, you're ensuring that in the situations where it does matter, you're more likely to keep that. Because, it's a habit, Some people have a habit of hiding what they believe. Some people have a habit of lying. And some people have a habit of telling the truth, of standing up even when it's uncomfortable. And when you cultivate that habit, it continues both in the situations where it doesn't matter very much and into the situations where it matters a lot. So that's why it is kind of a good thing to speak your mind and to say what you believe and stand up for what you believe in, even if it's not necessarily going to change people's minds. It's because of how it affects you. And then how it affects you affects how it'll affect other people when it comes to situations where you actually can get through to them, if that makes sense. Alright, anyway. I'm going to catch up on chat. I didn't read chat for so long. Where is it? Where's the start? Where did I stop reading chat? I'm trying to find it. Sometimes it's bad to speak the truth, but I call it a blessing. Random says that he loves guns. That is no surprise. I do that all the time. Fair enough. Alright, let's see. I speak the truth and only the truth. Yes, you speak the truth, only the truth, and nothing but the truth. It's, that's what they say in the courts or something. Okay, I see it. It makes sense. Speaking my mind, I also have that problem. I was a bit of a punchover for 3 years. Or I guess you mean pushover. Pushover for 3 years, and now that I try to stand up for myself, I get told it's bad. Yeah, I mean, people hate when you stand up for yourself, because they like to have a punching bag, but it's important to stand up for yourself, because, you deserve to be treated better. And not only that, but sometimes standing up for yourself is actually better for the people around you, right? Let's say your friend is doing something that's annoying you, that's bugging you. If you shut up about it, you're just going to build up resentment, because, like, you can't control how you feel about it. You may think that. You may think, oh, I'm strong enough for this. I'll just shut up about it and just take it. Like, I'll just take it, I'll just handle it because I'm strong enough. But that's just it. You're not. You're going to build up that resentment even if you don't act on it. And then someday maybe you will act on it, and then you'll explode on them, and then they'll be like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from? Why are you acting so crazy all of a sudden? And then it'll cause a huge fight. But then if it's different, if you bring it up at the beginning, when it's small, when it's not making you enraged, And you can bring it up calmly and be like, yeah, this thing is bugging me. I want to talk about it. You know, that's why it's important to bring that stuff up early instead of waiting until you're at your breaking point. That's another reason why it's good to speak your mind. I'm a bitch who stands by her values, and that's enough for me. Hell yeah. I'm very much a fan of using the word bitch as like a positive term. I think that's a good thing to do. It's very fun. I do try my best to speak about my real feelings, but I try to do it in a polite way. But unless you do / say something that's out of line, I will call it out. Exhibit A is a therapist to all. True. I'm actually like the best therapist. I haven't been like trained in therapy or anything, but like I am better than like actual therapists. You know? Cause I don't know, I'm just naturally good at everything. It's just the way it is, I guess. Can't help it. I think we're all therapists / having a social circle whenever we do Menhera Mondays. I love them so much. Hell yeah. I mean, that's basically what's going on, isn't it? I want to go make dinner, because apparently people need food to live. I'll still be listening, though. Alright, see you around, unknown. Exhibit Advice King. Hell yeah. I do give the best advice. Literally everything I say is correct. Like, it surprises me sometimes. Like, how is everything that I say, like, correct? You know? Like, I've never met someone before where, like, all of their advice is correct, but, like, mine is all correct. Like, all my opinions are correct, too. Like, isn't that, like, really cool? Like, genuinely, like, how? Man. Like, I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I don't know, I'm just really based. Man. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Lying is not okay, Exhibit? I know, exactly, that's why I never lie. Because lying is dumb. And I don't do that. I tell the truth at all times. I tell only the truth and nothing but the truth. Exhibit is actually where facts come from. Exactly, that's true. That's a good point, Toy. It's a good point. It's a very good point. Imagine yourself lying down on a couch and Exhibit A is giving us advice. Yeah. That'd be... Exhibit is the perfect human. No one is as smart, as intelligent as he is. Yeah, exactly. Is your nose growing, Exhibit? Really? Damn. My nose is the same size. Exhibit say hi to Prague. He says he is on stream but can't chat right now. Hi, Prague. Exhibit A, the truth teller, so if he ever lies, it's actually Exhibit B. Exactly. It's an imposter in my place. We can start calling him Exhibit B? No, because I haven't told any lies yet. You know what they say about big noses? Wait, forget I said that. I'm not forgetting you said that, Bree. I'm remembering that. Okie dokie. I think I might move on to the next one now. If you grew up in a home where if you told the truth, you're called a liar, yet when you lie, you're still called a liar, so what are the child supposed to do? I mean, that's... yeah. There was a time in my life when it was kind of like that for me. Yeah, I think it's fucked up, because, like, what are you supposed to do, you know? I hate that. I really hate the feeling of, like, people not believing me whenever I'm, like, telling the truth. Like, that's like a peeve of mine. Like it gives me like an unreasonable amount of rage. Because it feels helpless. Because like you're telling the truth. What more can you do? You know? It's a really helpless feeling, and I hate that. And Part of why I hate it is because, you know, as a kid, it happened to me plenty of times. But, you know, it's a rough thing. But people tend to believe me about things more nowadays, because I actually have the communication skills to, like, persuade them that it's true. Whereas whenever I was a kid, I didn't have that, because I was... 1, I was a child. 2, I was autistic. I still am autistic. I never got rid of it. Nor do I really want to be honest. It's kind of cool now. But, it was hard to get people to believe me sometimes when I was telling the truth. It was hard to convey my ideas and have people understand what was actually going on in my head. But, you know, you learned how to male manipulate. Okay, that too, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about me manipulating people and, like, making them do things that they don't want to do. I'm just talking about, like, telling the truth and not having people believe me whenever I'm telling the truth. Because now I actually have the communication skills to, like, convey things. And to also, like, not have people get the wrong idea. Whenever I, like, I'm trying to talk about something. And, like, they think I'm doing something I'm not, you know. You can manipulate us? I already have, Bree. You're gonna find that out very soon. Okay. I'm autistic as well, and it makes me so mad when people think I'm lying just because I'm autistic. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think people with autism probably get accused of lying more just because they don't convey the information as well. What would an evil exhibit be called? Artifact E? I mean, we already got example B. Exhibit people here believe you even when you're clearly lying. I know. It's just because I'm, like, a master manipulator. What can I say? I'm just cool like that. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. You're glad that I noticed you. Yeah. That was the cockiest I know I've heard. It was hot, not gonna lie. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I know it was hot. You noticed me, this is my biggest accomplishment. An exhibit manipulates us. Real. I enjoy manipulating you guys. So if you enjoy being manipulated, then that's good. We like being manipulated. Right after I said it. You notice me again? Chill, Bree, I'm gonna notice you every time. My chat is... I'm not a massively ridiculous, big, ginormous, gigantic YouTuber yet. So I'm still able to read everyone's messages. Someday I will be mega popular and I'll have like a bajillion people in the chat. But right now that's not the case, so I can see every individual message. But it's fine. Even once I'm popular, I'm gonna remember you guys. You'll have like a special chat or something. I think he's so good at manipulating that he actually tries to make us better people. Yeah, I like doing that sometimes. Like, you ever just see someone who's a complete failure, and so you try to manipulate them into, like, actually bettering their life? You're like, I could manipulate this person into, like, being my love slave forever, and, like, doing everything for me. But, like, wouldn't it be a little more fun to, like, manipulate them into, like, I don't know, taking care of themselves, and eating food, and taking showers, and getting a job? Sometimes, just for the fun of it, I'm a really devious for this, but, like, I manipulate people into, like, eating their meals. right instead of starving all the time. I'm really manipulative like that. I know it's kind of fucked up, but like, I don't know. It's how I get my kicks, to be honest. You're not a gigantic YouTuber, but you have a gigantic... Ah. I have a gigantic, nose. As Tess said earlier, so... Yeah. Oh, wait, are the words getting censored? Let me switch to the live chat, I keep forgetting. Hope he remembers most of us. I've been watching him since his first video. Really, the very first one? The yandere one? It's kind of awesome. You can't manipulate Exhibit. You cannot. You most certainly cannot. I am unmanipulatable. Although, I guess... Could I manipulate myself? Because, like, like, if I'm like the most manipulative person, and I can manipulate anyone, that must mean I can manipulate myself. But then if I can't be manipulated by anyone, then that means I can't be manipulated by myself. But then that's like an unstoppable object versus an immovable object. You know? So which one's out? I should try it. I should, like, look in the mirror and try to manipulate myself. Yep, for sure, Yandere series got me addicted to yanderes. I dare say you're my first yandere. Really? That's awesome. I'm glad I can be part of, like, people's, like, history and, like, part of their, like, the reason they got into certain things. There's a lot of people who, like, got into ASMR because of me, and I like that. There's a lot of people who don't normally like ASMR who like my stuff. But you can't manipulate me, Lamau. Yeah, but you accidentally said the actual truth. You accidentally said the truth. I guess I manipulated you into saying that when you intended to say something else. That's a shame. Exhibit A manipulates to end world hunger. Yeah. Manipulates and end the world hunger. It's called gaslighting yourself or overthinking. Oh, I actually do that all the time, so I guess I am capable of doing that. Got into it because of 2020 and Thirst Quencher Boy and many others. Yeah, the start of my channel was kind of well timed because it happened with, like, COVID and all that. Exhibit hypnotized me with that voice of yours, so I will stop procrastinating, please. Okay. Sakura. Listen to the sound of my voice. You will stop procrastinating and be productive. You will fix your life. You will turn your life around and start making progress. You will improve as a person and do the things that you want to do. I can gaslight myself and manipulate myself, but not into doing things. Ball stretcher. What do you mean ball stretcher? Why are you talking about ball stretchers? Where's this? I am the master manipulator. It's true. I'm telling you, get the Patreon. The issue with Patreon is that you need to make stuff for it every month, and I do not want to do that. Overthink a lot, but I don't know if that was from me being a people pleaser, having an overly guilty conscience, or the fact that my disability makes me overthink. Exercise your free will, chat. It is a fun thing to do. Free will is cool. I like to take away people's free will. Is a Ko-Fi since when? What did I miss? Sorry, I meant Ko-Fi. I was got fucking corrected on that before. Yeah, I've had... Well, I mean, I didn't have a Ko-Fi back in the day. But now I do. so people can give me money and stuff. Out of curiosity, how many questions are we in? 1. Oh, whoops. It is literally the... Okay, guys, we're moving on to the next one. I may have forgotten that we have questions to go through. Same exhibit. I love taking away people's free will, right, Bree? I'd love to take away people's free will. I like to take away their rights and autonomy. It's a really fun hobby of mine. I was scrubbing my legs in the shower, and I heard a very smexy high prag from the speaker of my phone. I'm here now. Yeah, welcome. Sarah loves making people call her queen. Yeah. Are you a queen, Sakura? You can be a queen. I've definitely gotten better at trying not to overthink, but it still happens every time I try not to do it. Yeah, I get that. Alright, I need to read the next one already. Something bad you're 100%... something bad you're glad for. Being rude to people who 100% deserve it. For example, I'm not married yet at 22, and I'm tired of older people asking me, why aren't you married yet? Why aren't you dating someone? The insane amount of glee I get when I reply, I don't know. Why aren't you in a retirement home yet? Which I only do if they're pushy about it. Most of the time I reply, I'm not interested in getting married yet, which people will nod and leave it at that. Written by Riku. I mean, that's very real. Like, why aren't you... You're only at 22? You shouldn't have to be married at 22. In fact, you shouldn't be married at 22. If you're getting married at 22, you're speeding too fast, okay? You're speed running life too fast, okay? Life is not meant to be speed ran, and you should not be getting married that quickly because you need to know that whoever you're with, that you're definitely wanting to marry them. You need to be certain. And heck, even if you are certain that you want to marry them, you shouldn't move straight to married life. You should actually live unmarried life for a little while before doing that. If you rush into it too fast, there's only room for regrets. Because guess what? Once you're married, you're not really supposed to separate. Like, you can. Divorce is a thing, but, like, you're not really... You know, that's the whole point of marriage, is that you don't do that. Right? So you need to be sure of the decision, 1. And 2, you should experience life not married first before rushing into that. Because once you do it, that's it, you know? It's a big decision. You need to treat it as such. It's not something you're supposed to rush into. I hate people who have this mentality of, oh, people should get married right now, immediately. It's like, no. That's not. This is something I forgot to bring up during, like, the... Yeah, this is something I forgot to bring up during the debate stream. When we were talking about, like, is sex outside of marriage bad? Or, like, should people have to wait till marriage? It's like, one of the reasons why I don't think you should have to wait till marriage to have sex is that if you have the mentality of... I wish I mentioned this back then, because I would have, like, strengthened what I was saying. One of the reasons why people shouldn't have to wait till marriage to have sex, in my opinion, some of you are going to disagree, but in my opinion, the reason for that is that it encourages you to get married really fast. Because, you know, those urges to have sex are going to be there. Right? They're going to be there no matter what. And then your brain's going to be like, oh, I want to do it, but I can't do it until I get married, so I'd better get married. And that's why a lot of religious people get married so quickly. It's because there's a whole side of life that they don't get to experience until they're married, right? They don't get to experience any of that sexual stuff until they're married. And that's why they get married so quickly, because they want to experience it. Because everybody does. It's in our nature. And I don't think that's a good thing, you know? But again, there's upsides and downsides to, like, waiting till marriage. I just feel like... But that's one of the reasons why I don't think it's a good idea, just because... Or why it shouldn't be imposed on people, at least. Because, you know... You shouldn't be getting married that quickly. It's a permanent decision. So I just don't think that's good, you know? It is true, marriage entails sex only encourages quick marriage. Yeah. Yeah, I really wish I brought this up before, because I think that's actually one of the stronger arguments against the whole waiting till marriage thing. Because you shouldn't be rushing into marriage, you really shouldn't. Like, that's permanent. Like, well, it's supposed to be permanent. You need to be sure that that's the person you want to be with. As someone who's religious, my mom told me, please wait until you're married. I'm waiting due to personal reasons. It's up to you if you want to. My mom is a young mom, and she says she doesn't regret that. She's glad she is, but I don't want to follow that path. I'd rather taking my time. Yeah. Gotta choose your own path. I remember bringing up the debate with my sister while we were drinking, and one of the points she made was that the reason we wait for marriage and we have sex with someone we do truly love is... Okay, I think there's more she's writing. It's also sometimes personal reasons, health concerns, trauma, or a mixture of both. Yeah, I mean, some people just don't want to rush into having sex anyway, because it's like, they're not as oriented around that. You know, that's fine too. I think waiting till marriage maybe suits people who are like that. You know, but that depends on who you are. But yeah, I'm celibatic because I'm way too picky. Alright, what else did I miss? But yeah, I'm glad some of you guys think it's a good argument. Because of religious reasons, but also that while yes, she did have sex before she got engaged, she wishes that she did wait because the whole reason she did it in the first place was because she did. Is there more? I get opportunities, but I don't like taking whatever I can get. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't necessarily sell, you know. You shouldn't just do it for the sake of doing it. Like, you should do what makes you happy. You should do who makes you happy. Ah. Hello and bye. I should be asleep, but I can't sleep. My mom had me when she was 17, unmarried, and doesn't regret it. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty intimate thing for me, too. I had a couple of opportunities. Latinos are known for early pregnancies. I just couldn't force myself into liking someone that way. 24-year-old celibate at the moment. It was because she was boy crazy over her current boyfriend at the time, and thought that if she didn't, then she couldn't keep her boyfriend, whom she actually thought she would get married to instead. Instead of her now current fiance's virginity, she did take. Do who makes you happy, Exhibit A. Yeah, words to live by. Words to live by. Okay, next we're moving to the next answer. Something bad you're glad for. I have a slight fear of fire. It's bad that it burns people. I got burned when I was very little, but I don't have any scars from them. And it causes destruction. But at least it can help you make you warm during cold nights, and you can cook food with it. You can even make a good fire to stop the bad and extinguish it. Written by Tess. I mean, that's the thing with fire, right? It's, there's good and bad to it. It's a good example of something that is bad and good at the same time. It's dangerous, it kills people.
but it also helps people. It saves people. There's a lot of things in life that are like fire, you know? You know? Emotions are kind of like fire. They can help us or they can hinder us. Sometimes our emotions and our feelings are what drive us to become horrible, but sometimes they're what drive us to become good, you know? But it's about controlling it and using it right. Using it properly. Depending on how you use it, it can be something good or bad. That's how it works. It's not that it's an inherently good or bad thing, it's about how you use it. Our emotions are like that too. The only thing I envy of my mom being a young mom is that I'm 19 and she ain't even 38 yet. Here goes therapist exhibit A. Yeah, I am the therapist. What else? Alright, next one. Something bad you're glad for. Having a job, written by Sarah. Yeah. True. I don't know if I'm glad I have my job. I kind of am. But I'm kind of not. It's conflicting. Because, you know, it's kind of fucking horrible. It makes me dread a lot of the days that go by. And sometimes I question if I can really keep doing it. But then, a lot of other aspects of my life are better now. And there's a part of me that kind of wanted to experience that kind of difficulty, right? There's part of me that was getting a little bit sick of having it so easy all the time. In some ways. I mean, my life wasn't easy in every way, but it was easy in a certain kind of way, right? Where it felt like nothing was happening. I was not progressing as a person. I was not developing anymore. And now having that job, it's like, everything's difficult, but it's like, I kind of wanted that. I wanted to be put through the ringer a bit, because that'd force me to develop as a person. And so now I have that, and I don't need to worry about that anymore. But now I have something else to worry about, which is, can I keep doing the job? So, you know, there's that. I'm just hoping that someday I can make all my money off of YouTube. That'd be pretty good. That's what I'm sort of aiming for right now. But it's going to take a while to get there. Bless you. Thank you, guys. My first job was fun, but one of my managers was a pedophile. Man, I hate when that happens. Yeah. The manager of my first job was also a pedophile. Man, working at my uncle's bakery really was something. Really was something. I'm kidding. I'm jonking. Alright. You totally get there? I hope so, Toy. What do you mean you hate when that happens? I mean, it is pretty common. My manager was a pedophile for me. I thought that might have been the case. It's alright, I got paid. Alright then, next one. Yes. Hope you get financial independence. I hope so too. Something bad that you're glad for. My dad meeting that woman It was one of the biggest traumas on my life, everything that happened, but from all of that, I got my 3 half-siblings, and I'm good now with how things turned out, and I love my siblings so much that now I wouldn't want it any other way, even if at that moment was really fucked up and painful, written by Sakura. Yeah, see, this is a good example of, like, something, like, bad that you're glad for, right? Because, like, good things can come from bad things sometimes. It happens all the time, you know? You know? Like, my parents get along horribly. I'm glad they got together, because it's why I was born. You know? My parents regretted their marriage in the first week it happened. I'm still glad it happened, though. L for them. I'm glad that they suffered, because it means I was born, and that's more important, because I'm more important. I'm cool. The world would suffer if not for me being here. It would be bad. It would be a travesty. So it's good that they made terrible decisions, because now I'm here. That's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, wait, I'm trying to catch up on what's being said. I forgot I wrote that. Exhibit A a ladies' man? True. Hello, AKA, or Aka, or however I should pronounce your name. Welcome to the chat. You're the mostest importantest. You needed to exist after all. Yes, exactly. I got my full-blooded sister, so I don't hate that they met. Yeah. Alright. Next one, I suppose. Something bad that you're glad for. Everything that happened with my dad. I'm glad I forgave him, and now we have a closer friendship. Now we're good, and I've always loved him. I'm his favorite and all. But everything that happened helped me be strong. And have it clear about my standards and what I wouldn't allow people to do to me. I feel like I've wasted all my energy and chances on him. Like I forgave many things and situations, and now, at the first time that any man would do anything, I would leave. I begged and cried, and now I never beg nor cry. I'm so easily detached, and moving on from it. Moving on, it's like breathing. I have this friend that had a similar situation with her father, but she wasn't forgiving with him. She was harsh with him, and now she has abandonment issues and begs everyone to stay in her life. Which I find interesting. We had different reactions when that happened and different results. Also, at the end, her dad came back and mine didn't. But thanks to that, now I don't grow attached to anyone. It's like I have invisible barriers, and no one is indispensable in my life. If you want to go, I will let you go and not stop you. I won't care. If you want to stay, I will gladly keep you. Written by Sakura. Yeah, I've never had to deal with, like, parents leaving. I had to deal with parents threatening to leave. My mom would always be, like, threatening to leave. She still does that. But no one ever actually left. She kind of just does that to manipulate my dad. Yeah. What can I say? Manipulation is a fun activity. You know, had to learn it from someone. But you know, that's a fun part of life. It's like our trauma helps us develop as people. You know, I once heard someone say that it's actually not the trauma itself that makes you grow as a person, it's healing from the trauma. You know, because, like, why is it that some people, when they experience horrible trauma, they, you know, they become worse as people, and they become less developed, and they become more ruined. And then when other people experience trauma, it actually makes them strong. Well, it's because it's dependent on how you heal from it. If you experience horrible trauma and you never heal from it, you know, you don't become a stronger person at that point. You actually, if anything, become weaker. You become, you know, it's like getting a callus on your skin. or like losing a piece of skin, then it grows back like harder, if you know what I mean, or like grows back sort of tougher. Right? It's tougher because of what grew back. But then before it grows back, it's weaker there, more sensitive. You hurt more if you get hit there. So if you heal from something, you know, if you don't heal from it, if anything, you're worse off. You suffer more. You're weaker. It's healing. If you manage to heal from it, then because you've healed from it, now you're stronger than ever before. You know, it's like that extra layer of skin that's grown over the part where you were once hurt. Manipulation is fun. Exhibit. How else would you have manipulated us into hitting the like button and subscribe button? Yeah, that's so real, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe. Also, Belle, you should make sure... Sorry, I said Belle, I meant Bree. Sorry. Bree, you should... Oh my god, it's because the names are similar. Bree, you should make sure, you subscribe to the VTuber channel. Oh, you probably are already, actually, because this is the same... I just remembered, this is the same VTuber channel that I used back in the day. So never mind. But, yeah, I just thought I would tell you because I forgot that it's actually the same channel. Because it's separate from my ASMR channel, but you probably saw this back in the day anyway. With, like, the old lore video and stuff. Not my first time drinking while attending a stream. I do it here and there. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to enjoy the stream, you know. Chat, is bro a pitcher or a catcher? I don't know what that means. I mean, I know it's to do with baseball, but I don't know what it's a metaphor for. I also won't cry or beg, which I find pretty cool. I would hate it otherwise. That's good. You've grown. Become strong. Exhibit some pig noises would make me feel so good right now. Remember watching you play FNAF 1 live, Lamau. I think it was the first game. Yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Yeah, you were here. Oh man, you were also here since those early days, huh? Damn. Those are different times. Bro does not know who. It's a sex thing, huh? I'm so fucking out of it. Help, the shots I've taken over the stream are consuming me. Bro, you're drunk too? What the heck? My pig noises, doses of the day? That is true, yes. Your daily dose of pig noises. Alright, next answer. Gotta get through them. We'll go through them a bit faster now. Something bad that you're glad for. It was literally the day after Halloween back in 2021, around the time my sister came back home from a day at her work as a cashier for a very popular grocery store, that she began to have a cough. We didn't think much of anything except allergies because of how she wasn't feeling anything except for a really bad cough. Then, out of the blue, in less than 1 week, we all started having really bad coughs and we were all going down one by one. Turns out my sister gave us all COVID. Without going into too much detail, it resulted in both of our parents having to go into medical-induced comas. It got so bad to the point... Medical-induced comas? Jesus. It's really... Both your parents. She had no one... You didn't even have your parents around to help. It got so bad to the point that the possibility of all of us becoming orphans almost became a reality. Thankfully we all pulled through, but we all had to put our lives on pause for almost 3 years straight. My dad was almost fired from his work because he got sick. My mom had to step up and become the breadwinner while my sister was taking our dad to his physical therapy and drove everyone around for important appointments. For me, it was my duty to help my brother with his schooling while cooking and cleaning for a family of 5, which I still do to this day, but not as intense. We all did what we had to make sure the bills were paid, and that we never got sick like that again because we couldn't afford another hospital bill like that, especially when the money was tight. For me, I lost all my IRL friends because my whole mindset shifted from that of enjoying my life while pursuing my degree to deciding what would be a healthy but affordable meal I could cook for everyone. I definitely neglected a lot of my mental health And I still do, and I'm paying the price for it. But I don't care didn't care at the time, because all I cared about was that they were all together, and that we were all healthy. That we were all together and we were healthy. I didn't care that I lost all my friends. I didn't care that I lost my motivation and joy in my usual hobbies from before. All that was going through my mind at the time was that we were in a family crisis mode, so I spent any and all my time just cooking and cleaning. I even had developed panic/anxiety attacks when I wasn't cooking, cleaning, or at least being in an I'm working mindset for the entire period. Especially since we were trying to appeal to my dad's work, that he could still work once he was forced, still work once he was better, which unfortunately kept me delayed on their end with more doctor's visits that he didn't need and forced rehab. We all stopped going out in general unless we had doctor's appointments or if we had to go grocery shopping. It forced all of us to stop being our devices and start focusing on the most important thing in our lives, our family. Overall, this whole experience made us more religious, more holistic. It allowed my dad to become qualified to be registered as a disabled veteran, and it got me my current scholarship to my university. God, I need water before I finish this. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna grab it. It's over here. Overall, we grew closer as a family, and we don't get sick that often. Actually started getting better, and could actually have natural skin again instead of being a lump of meat who couldn't even eat, drink, or breathe properly because of how red, bloody, and irritating my skin was, despite multiple medications, which also caused me to be even more sick than if I had never taken those medications at all. I don't know if that event could have been avoided in any way, shape, or form, or if it would have prevented some of the more horrific events that transpired in our family from the moment that my parents went into their comas up to my birthday in 2022. But it definitely made us all stop, slow down, and just enjoy each other's company once more before we started having video games and the internet, before we all started to have our own separate lives while living in the same house. When my birthday rolls up next year, it will officially be 1 whole year since we've gotten back to being normal once more. I have you, Toybucks, Unknown, KitKat, Peachy, and each and every one of you in the chat and the Discord servers to thank. Thank you again for showing me what it's like to have fun again. Written by Belle the Book Beast. Wow, what the hell? This is quite the backstory. I had no idea you went through all this. That's a lot to go through. Gosh. You were really put through the ringer. You guys, like, I guess you really were, like, you really did become closer as a family. You know, you would become closer with people that you've been through that much stuff with, you know, like, life-threatening situations. Jeez, yeah, I guess that's, like, how bad COVID got for some people. You know, because your whole family was just totally messed up by it. Damn. But yeah, glad you're okay now. And that was only a year ago. This is like recent stuff you had to go through. Yeah, many hugs for you, Val. Glad you're with us. Glad you survived and made it here. Now it's time for you to change the world and be cool and awesome. I mean, it is what it is, but overall, we're together and we're all happy. Yeah, that's what matters. You got through it. And now, it's time for you to do awesome things. It's the duty of every Exhibit A fan to do awesome things. So, get to it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea you went through all this. It's really interesting. But yeah, I mean, some people think that COVID wasn't like a big deal or whatever, but like this sort of is an example of just how big of a deal it was for some people. I'm assuming it was long COVID then, right? That's what they call it. Where it takes a long time to go away. And like lasts for like years. Writing was one of my favorite hobbies, so I haven't touched it in a while. But writing it out was very therapeutic almost. Yeah, I'm sure that helped you a lot. Something bad you're glad for. The only thing that comes to my mind is work. Yes, sure, it's bad. You have to wake up early, slave away for hours, and get peanuts for pay. And in my case, fucking nothing. But, well, it makes you productive. And why the fuck is the Earth so big that there are 2-day and night cycles? I just want to watch Exhibit stream in peace. Well, I'm probably asleep, but if I'm awake, I'd be saying shit like I love guns. So it's probably a good thing I'm asleep right now, written by Random. Yeah, true. Bro does not shut up about guns, but, you know, we have our passions. This guy's passion is murdering innocent people. Who am I to judge? I'm just glad that despite everything we managed to get bills paid, have hot meals on the table, and a roof over our heads. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You know, like, going through such horrible circumstances makes you really grateful for, like, the simple things that everyone else takes for granted. I just want to watch all my favorite streamers just having fun. Yeah, I wish that could be the case for everybody. There's a part of me that wishes that, like, I could get mega rich, and then I could somehow also help all of you to, like, not have to work anymore so that you could just enjoy my streams. But, like, that wouldn't make sense, because, like, if I'm getting rich, it would be because of my fans giving me money or watching my videos and giving me ad revenue and whatever. So, like, I wouldn't be able to do that, because, if anything, I'd be getting the money from you guys if that were, you know. All the donations aren't on yet, though. But I probably need more people, because I know some of you, I know a lot of you guys have said that you're broke. So, but some of you do give to my, like, Ko-fi and stuff, which I really appreciate. Toy actually gives to it monthly, which is hella awesome. I appreciate that a lot. I should check it. Has anyone, has anything new been added? I just want to check, because I don't want to miss it if someone has donated something. I don't want it to go unappreciated. Okay, nothing new aside from Toys monthly one. That was on the 20th of June. Yeah. No, I think I already saw that. Yep. All right. Oh, you got the crown now. Damn, good job. We only step up our Ko-fi game so we can save Exhibit from the job. It's gonna be a while before I'm getting enough donations to not have to freaking work, but you're definitely welcome to try. Hashtag free Exhibit from working. Someday, man, someday. Someday I won't need to work. But for now, this is where we are. And that's life. Alrighty. Something bad you're glad for. Cock. My addiction of cock. It may come of a surprise, but I have an addiction for cock. Especially cocks who are submissive men, but don't mind those of dominant men cock either. Written by Mistress Zana. Zana, what the fuck? What the hell? Real though. Yeah, I mean, your addiction of cock is bad, but you're glad for it. Because who wouldn't be, you know, sometimes we like to be down bad, you know? Sometimes we want to be in those states. Being horny is fun. It's fun whenever you can give into it. It's not fun when you have to repress it. It's fun when you can get into it and you can have a good time. You know? There's always a cock answer in Menhera Monday, that is true. That'd be one good answer, yeah. It's always on his courtesy, yeah. She's doing her thing. Does this mean I'm Exhibit's queen for the day? I guess it does, Belle. Why is it everyone just saying Exhibit? You haven't replied to my question? What was your question? What was your question? What question? What question? I'm scrolling up. Exhibit be my sugar baby? I thought you wanted me to be the sugar daddy. You changed your mind? Which one do you want more? I guess you just like the idea, you like sugar. Whether you're the one giving the sugar or the receiving the sugar, you like the sugar. I asked it again, I don't see it. Is it you saying be my sugar baby? Yes, you're my sugar daddy? Yeah. Sometimes I can spoil you. Exhibit A should be sugar daddy for all of us. I can't afford that. And you can be my sugar... Yeah. So basically it's a switch. It's a switch. We switch. This is the life of a switch. Gotta make him famous first, true. It'll happen in no time. But I actually like it better when you're my sugar daddy because I like being dominated. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll be your sugar daddy, don't worry. I can spoil you. And dominate you. So we just want to support you in any way, shape, and form, whether we're giving you sugar, love, and other things. Ooh. What other things, Belle? What other things? You want to show me? Especially love and other things. Yeah. Switching positions for you. Sorry, that's not very dominant of me. I'm not supposed to giggle. Sorry, let me laugh in a more dominant way. Well then. Things are getting interesting in here. Dominate all of us. Whatever my king desires. Anything I desire? I'm the king of the castle. Are my subjects going to obey me? I don't know how you're not a professional voice actor, dude. See, that's the thing. I've never actually had any voice coaching at all. I've just done it for a really long time. I'm on that time of the month, don't provoke me. It's that time of the month. Well, you know what they say. A period is just an end to a sentence. Nothing more. Yep. Yes, all hail me. Anything and everything is on the table, including on the table. On the table sounds good. Meet me in 5 minutes. I meant ovulation though. Ah, okay. So I'm like extra horny. All hail Exhibit A, yes. Too comfortable in this chat. Yeah, you're sharing a lot. Everyone's sharing a lot. Not that I mind. Man, imagine all the new people joining ready to hear bad things you're happy for, and it's Exhibit A saying on the table sounds good. Yeah. Exhibit A, you're making people horny. I know what I'm doing. I know. Alright, I better read out more answers here, guys. Something bad you're glad for. My pedophilic manager that favored me and always got me out of trouble. There's no name written here, but you know, Bree mentioned this already, so that was her. I've never seen this flirty, horny version of Exhibit, and I can't tell if I'm excited or threatened by the fact that this is something Moxie would do. What can I say? I learned from the best. He showed me a few things last night. I mean, Exhibit talking like this is funny and hot, but I will not give in. We'll see how long you last. I'll break that tough facade of yours. I bet you won't last 5 minutes. Just watch me. It's like I have two personalities. Yeah. I love how I simp for him on stream, then I'm a tsundere on the server. Yeah, you have like a split personality. Sure, Moxie showed you a lot of things. Yep, he did. Sure did. I mean, do I call him King? Do I call him King Exhibit, Master, Daddy? Yes. The answer is yes. Exhibit, break me, please. Okay. Moxie Exhibit is basically my own personal dream harem. What name do you prefer, Exhibit A? I mean, probably depends on my mood. Enough simping for today. Really now. Somehow I really doubt that. It's never enough simping when it involves exhibit in the equation. This is true. Alright, I'm gonna try to get through these more quickly. Something bad you're glad for. Moxie. True. Very true. Alright, next one. Something bad that you're glad for. Okay. I take an entire bad day. It was at the end of some of my hopes because I failed at school. I failed so bad that I was moved from secondary school to secondary school. For an explanation, in Germany we have 3 types of secondary schools. We have gymnasium equals high school. Then we have Realschule equals secondary school. And we have Hauptschule, which is also secondary school, so same word, different meanings. Anyway, that night I couldn't sleep. I was too full of bad emotions, so I did some doom scrolling and found a kind of small streamer, Hulking Enigma, that played Doki Doki Literature Club content. One of the things was a mod called Doki Doki Literature Club World of Dreams, and I watched the recording of the stream and saw the streamer streams with a second one called Moxie, and yeah, the rest is history, written by Utopia. Yeah, and then that's how you encountered me as well. Very cool. So yeah, you doing bad in school and failing and feeling horrible is what led you eventually to me. So I guess it was good that you failed and experienced all that, because you came to me, and that, at the end of the day, is the most important thing. So, good stuff. He's male manipulating us, we must resist. I don't know. I think you like it when I manipulate you, Bree, so... resist it if you want, but I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to. Exhibit A makes everyone simp for him? Yes. I'm not used to simping for men that are not Satoru. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? There's a first time for everything, including our first time. You just said my name again, I'm gonna scream. Because it puts the man in manipulate. Through that. Also found an amazing family thanks to it. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, you're hella freaky today, Sakura. Am I ever gonna get, like, in trouble for talking this way on stream? Like, is it, like, against the YouTube guidelines or something? I think simping is what gets Exhibit to manipulate us into simping for more. Yeah. Exhibit was my first ASMR, and to this day, no one else can compare it, TBH. Yeah. Glad you like my stuff so much. I always feel good about myself when people like the stuff I create, which is why I want to get creating stuff more again. I'm trying to get back into the game, especially because I need the money. No, you're not monetized, and we're not going that far. You're fine, Exhibit. Yeah. Might lose monetization in the future when that's on. The Exhibit just wants to keep it in the family. All he had to do was ask me to call him... Ask me to call my brother. Can we talk about the Valentine's Day Tsundere ASMR? Yeah, that was a pretty good one of mine. Sort of underrated, I suppose. One of my first more story-heavy videos. Exhibit, you accept me as your younger sister? I do. I hereby accept you as my lawfully wedded sister. Help, incest, stop it. But Sarah, him and Peachy adopted all of us, and I'm your sister, so if he's your brother... Listen, it's not a family tree, it's a family circle. Oh my god, everyone's chanting incest now. Bro, this is why I can never reveal my... I can never review my YouTube channel to, like, the people I know in real life. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because, like, they'll see some of it and be like, oh, that's kind of cool. You talk about cool, deep, philosophical topics on stream. This is kind of neat. And then a few seconds later, I'm talking about fucking my sister when she gets stuck in the washing machine. And then, yeah, then it's all over for me. I have no more social life. This is more than just a threesome. Yeah, this is like a seven-some, eight-some. How many people are watching? It's a 12-some. Sorry we're ruining you, Exhibit, but you ruined us first. Yeah, we ruin each other. Yeah, who talked about washing machines? I did. Oh yeah, fair enough. No, don't worry, Mr. Weenish, you're not part of that. I forgot that not everyone in the chat is. Anyway. Alright guys, I'm gonna move to the next question. Exhibit A is like an anime character. You know for a fact they never date you if you actually met, but you simp anyway. I'm just the unattainable. I'm a fictional character. I'm actually not real. He's hot and relatable. What more could we ask for? Uh-huh. True. I am hot and relatable. Alright, let's see. Something bad that you're glad for. This is a very interpretive question. Sometimes you can think of something as bad, then later come to realize it wasn't as it seemed. Also, sometimes you can do things you think are morally sound or even good, and come to change your mind on it later. I've often wondered what life would look like if I had the power to go back and fix mistakes the moment I want to, like jumping to a save file in a video game. But honestly, it's incomprehensible. I wouldn't even recognize my life or myself. When I was 16, I went through some pretty traumatic events as a result of my choices. I spent years in torment over the way things played out. It felt worse than death. But eventually, I met someone who had also gone through similar trauma. We were able to be there for each other. I was able to bring him out of a horrible depression, and he did the same for me. Now going forward, I've been able to empathize with others and help heal wounds. Bad things in life are unavoidable, but the upside is coming away better equipped to understand other people. It builds character, as they say. And at least all the trauma made me hilarious. Written by Toybox the Compassionate. It's true, it did make you hilarious. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, we experience things that are horrible, but then we're grateful for it because it makes us who we are. You know, like, if you didn't experience all that hardship, all that trauma, you wouldn't be who you are right now. You'd be a different kind of person. You wouldn't necessarily have all of the interesting qualities that you currently have. You know? And you know, I'm the kind of person as well who I'd never regret my past. No matter what it is, you know? I would never change my past. I wouldn't change a single part of it. Even if things are bad as a result of them or something, you know, it's like everything that's happened in my past is part of me, so I never want to change it. So, I get that. Yeah, like, I wouldn't want the ability to go back in time and do parts like a save file in a video game. Maybe in the short term, maybe I, like, would like to go back, like, oh, like a day, like a few minutes, and, like, use that as, like, a superpower to, like, do cool things in life, or, like, freaking cheat my way through life in some ways. But I wouldn't want to go back many years and, like, change significantly. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. I also think that if my life changed even slightly, like, I wouldn't have met some of the people who are in my life right now. So, like, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to make changes to my life that might cause me to possibly... Because, like, a lot of the people I've met are people that, if things were slightly different, I never would have met them. You know, like, we met just by chance, or they showed up on a stream that I happened to be doing one day, and I might have not decided to do it that day if I was feeling slightly differently. That's why I have this, like, weird irrational fear of, like, a time traveler going back in time and making, like, a small change that, like, actually changes a bunch of things about my life, you know? Exhibit A, let me help break you out of a depression. I mean, that would be... that would be nice, if you could figure out how to do that. That was like a persona you had a while back, you kept calling yourself AI. Yeah. I wish Exhibit was real. Me too. Yo, are Bree and Sakura eloping after stream? Remember when I called you Droid? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, because I was the Android VTuber. I have some ideas to help you with that. Oh? You gonna make me forget about how depressed I am? You have the antidote to my ills. Exhibit A is an AI man confirmed. Yeah, no wonder you guys like me so much. Some of you guys are freaking addicted to the character.ai shit. So, it's no wonder. I can see why you'd be afraid of time traveling, literally a change in the butterfly's wing in a different place, and all of a sudden we're in England while Exhibit is in America. Or we just don't exist, right? We just not exist. Totally different population of people living. The A is for AI, Exhibit AI. True. Don't expose me. But I want to expose you. I want to expose all of you. Literally, the name of the channel is Exhibit A VTuber. You are only AI. How do I not get a crown? I think it's only the top 3. Thing is, I guess it's just based off of amount of messages, right? But then I don't necessarily think it's a good thing to just make as many messages as possible for the sake of it, right? You should focus on, like, making, like, good messages. So I feel like it's a weird thing for YouTube to incentivize. Because, like, I didn't add that feature, by the way, I just did that on its own. Is he flirting with us right now? I don't know. Am I? Exhibit, if I take off your clothes and I don't see an android body, I'm running to my cyborg girlfriend. I used to simp over the ASMR she made, but now it's more of a nostalgic thing because that was a long time ago and I loved that design and detail for each one. Glad you liked it. Okay, next one. Something bad you're glad for. When the Bernie's white body pillows almost escaped, it was pretty bad. Luckily, I wrangled them back in their pen. Taught me I need to make the pen stronger. Yeah, true, Unknown. I mean, Unknown didn't write his name here, but we all know it was him. Bernice White, you are the biggest Bernice fan. But yeah, we keep those under control. You keep those Bernice White body pillows enslaved. That is the way it should be. Were you getting these answers? So you're able to submit your answers if you join the Discord server, which is in the description. And then during the night before Menhera Mondays, I post the thing, the Google Forms link, and then you can submit answers to the question. But yeah. Weird thought, are the clothes attached to your android body, or is it a whole plastic man situation where your clothes are your body and you're already naked? I would say the clothes aren't attached to the body. My reasons for that are entirely pure and to do with practicality and have nothing to do with the fact that I want to strip the hot, sexy android girls and fuck them. It is not to do with that. It's just because I think it's more like battle efficient if you can change the clothes. Like, when you swap out the armor, I think that's kind of important. You know? Keeping his clothes as a souvenir, I'm giving you the sock. What the heck? I'm keeping his underwear. Lamau, am I drunk? Damn. You guys are drunk. I think that chocolate milk I drank might have had something. Wait, I'm an android girl, haha, can you repeat what you just said? Right, I mean the next one. Something bad you're glad for. I feel guilty that my mother still has to bother maintaining me. I have a mini business, but comes nowhere near to maintaining a household. But I'm glad that I can chase my dreams at that expense. I still feel that is a bad thing, but for a greater good. I'm too old to be dependent on my mother, but the alternative is a dead-end job and severe depression, even more for someone that non-conformist like me. Written by... should I say it? Ooh, it says optional, dumbass. Yeah, I mean, fair, I mean, you know, I still get a lot of help from my parents for things, even though I work a job. Because, you know, like, stuff. Anyway. Let me read it again, my brain's starting to go a bit blurry. Yeah, well, it happens. Too early for me to drink, but I promised to drink a beer when it gets closer to a good time to drink. Wait, I thought you were drinking, Bill, actually. I might have misinterpreted an earlier message of yours. Okie dokie, next one. Oh, this is the last one. Something bad that you're glad for. Well, I think I've mentioned what happened to me in grade 8. A messy relationship situation that broke me to my very core at the ripe old age of 13. Considering that year I was in a fight, I was bullied by most people, I was scammed, and everyone liked the other guys more. From it all, I'd say some good and some bad came from it when it was all over. I've learned valuable things about being social from it all, after all. Definitely some bad came from it afterwards. Now I have trust issues and a fear of saying I love you. Thanks, life. Written by unknown. Yeah, school can be a rough time in a lot of people's lives because it's a social environment where everyone is just kind of a jerk. And there's like a social hierarchy. people aren't doing like what is right and what is like good and nice. They're doing whatever will get them popular, whatever will get them liked by people around them. It's a very conformist environment. It's a very cult-like environment in some ways. Because people are just trying to climb to the top, and they screw each other over to, like, be popular. You know? And whether people are friends with you or not will depend on whether it'll get them more popular sometimes. And as an adult, it becomes less like that, because people become more mature after school is over. But in school, that's the mentality. You know, it's an environment that's very, you know, people are not mature, they're just doing what will get them higher up in the social hierarchy, you know? And they feel power and the ability to put down others as long as other people are joining them in that endeavor. You know, they feel good when they work together with other people to put people down. It's part of how school works. We're all just getting out of the pool right now and are drying off right now. What are you wearing, by the way? You're wearing like a bikini? I gotta pack. I'll see you all later. Exhibit, don't do anything stupid. See ya. Welcome, Peachy. Welcome back. You're actually this is really good timing, Peachy. My stream is going to be ending fairly soon, because I just read out the last response. It is really good timing, Peachy. You managed to wake up before the stream ended. I come back to him being a pro. Exhibit A wants you to wear a bikini. I want Peachy to wear a bikini. Oh, is that good timing? It's good timing because you got back before it ended instead of, like, being gone till after it ended. You know? It's good timing because otherwise you would have just woken up to everything being over. Alrighty. We're all getting dressed in bikinis for example. Okay, chill. Chill, guys. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Anyways, is there anything else for me to cover? I guess that's everything. Guess that's all the questions. Is he also in a bikini? Okay, I'll wear a bikini, but why? What do you mean, why, Peachy? What do you mean, why? It's because I want to get a good look at you. That's why. Alright. Anyway, guys. I think that's everything. I think. Probably. If you guys have any last words, now is the time. At least he's honest. I am honest. As we established earlier in the stream, I never lie. It's called group flirting. What the heck? Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of stream. There's a... It's been lovely. Exhibit for King of the World 2025. Hell yeah. Alright guys, this has been a really cool stream. We talked about some cool things. It was all very cool and awesome. And without further ado, I appreciate you a lot, but I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye.